They called it the richest city in the Americas, a place where gold flowed like water. But in one terrifying night, it burned to the ground. Today, only ruins remain, crumbling towers, scorched stone, and whispers of screams carried by the wind. This was Panamá Viejo, Spain's golden gateway to the Pacific, until the day a pirate army came for it. Led by the infamous Captain Henry Morgan, thousands of ruthless men hacked through jungle and swamp to reach the city. When they arrived, hell followed. Cannons thundered, fires spread, and the governor himself chose destruction over surrender. When the smoke cleared, the city was gone. Its treasure vanished, its people scattered, its name forever cursed as the city pirates erased. Hidden America presents Panamá Viejo, the city that burned for gold. In 1519, Spain built its crown jewel on the Pacific, Panamá Viejo, the first European city in the Americas. From its docks, gold and silver poured in from Peru and beyond, carried across the jungle to ships bound for Spain. The city pulsed with power, cathedrals shining in the sun, markets full of pearls and spices, and soldiers guarding the king's treasure. It was the empire's golden gateway, the heartbeat of Spanish conquest. But every treasure map has a shadow. Across the Caribbean, pirates whispered about this city of gold, a fortress of wealth, protected only by pride and jungle. Among them was one name that struck fear from Havana to Port Royal, Captain Henry Morgan. And soon he would set his sights on the city Spain thought could never fall. Across the Caribbean, the name Henry Morgan spread like fire. A Welsh privateer turned legend, feared by every Spanish port from Cuba to Cartagena. He raided cities, sank fleets, and left smoking ruins behind, all under the flag of the English crown. But in 1671, Morgan wanted more than gold. He wanted Panama, the empire's beating heart. With a ragged army of 1,400 men, English cutthroats, French buccaneers, runaway slaves, and deserters, Morgan set off from the Caribbean coast. No maps, no mercy, just greed and vengeance. They hacked through jungle swamps, fought off crocodiles and disease, starved for days on wild roots and rainwater, driven only by the promise of Spanish treasure. Weeks later, mud-soaked, half dead, they saw it. A glittering city rising from the coast. Towers, cathedrals, and riches beyond imagination. For Morgan's men, it wasn't just a city. It was paradise, ripe for destruction. January 28th, 1671. The dawn over Panamá Viejo erupted in gunfire. Henry Morgan and his army were here. Thousands of pirates stormed the city, muskets blazing, churches burning, bells screaming through the smoke. Spanish soldiers fought bravely, but Morgan's men tore through the streets like wildfire. Desperate, Governor Don Juan Pérez de Guzmán made one final choice: destroy everything. He ordered the gunpowder stores ignited, and in one deafening roar, the golden city vanished. Flames swallowed cathedrals, gold melted in the gutters, and the sky turned black. By nightfall, Panamá Viejo was nothing but ash and ruin, the empire's brightest jewel, consumed by its own treasure. When the fires died, Panamá Viejo was gone. A city of gold turned to ash, streets silent, towers shattered, and bodies buried beneath molten treasure. Henry Morgan looted what he could and vanished into legend, later knighted by England for the very destruction he caused. The survivors fled east and built a new city, the Panama we know today. But the old one never truly died. Locals still whisper of lights flickering among the ruins, of cursed gold buried beneath the stones, and the screams of souls guarding what was lost. Panamá Viejo was meant to be eternal. Instead, it became a ghost, a monument to greed and fire. Centuries later, Panamá Viejo endures, a ghost of stone beside the modern city. Ruins whisper of gold, betrayal, and fire. Historians see history. Locals feel haunting. Beneath the ashes lie coins, bones, and warnings. Every empire built on greed meets its own flame. Panamá Viejo may have burned, but its ghosts never left.